Jennifer. I am picking the Steelers.
You're going with the Steelers. All right. Well, sure, you'll let us know whether or not it pans out. We'll all be watching the game, maybe.
You will be.
You will be.
On NBC Sunday night.
The Sunday night. But right now, speaking of NBC, here is a view of New York City. Looking good. A little bit windy out there. Have a great one.
See ya.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Is no rest from the holidays after the big Christmas holiday. It's Boxing Day, and we're going to show you what you could face as you head out to the stores, maybe to do some returns or new shopping, also travel home.
Plus the holidays, and this is one big spot for the holidays. They keep coming right around the corner, New Year's. We're going to time out what we can see next week. Cold.
Yeah, I know. Very cold. And, you know, we still have that winter storm on the move. After dumping nearly a foot of snow in the Rockies, Aris heads into parts of the Midwest. We'll tell you who's in the path of our latest winter storm.
And video from Southern California showing one example of what can happen during the dangerous winds some people in the West are facing again today. A look at the worst windy spots today next on Weather Center Live. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Alex Wilson. Christmas holiday might be over, but that doesn't mean that the hustle and the bustle is over.
And you may be heading back home now, or maybe you're heading out to the stores over the next few days. And, of course, we want to make sure that you are prepared.
Yeah, you've got those gift cards locked and loaded, but do you know what the weather's going to be like? Well, let's take a look at our 3 big stories. Denver still dealing with what's left of Winter Storm Aris, but getting ready for another Arctic blast. We are talking about single-digit temps, even highs near 0 next week. Meanwhile, we're getting incredible images of the problems the strong winds are causing in Southern California. That upper right-hand side of your screen, incredible stuff. And now that Christmas Day is over, the New Year's holiday is up next. So we've got a lot to talk about. We're going to start with our 5th named winter storm of the season. Chris is tracking Aris.
Yeah, you see that snow there in Denver. We're looking at more snow in some areas with this storm. And Denver, again, one of those areas with that snow still around for you. And through the day, just light snow by the noon hour. And then by this evening, things starting to really wrap up. Can't rule out a few of those snowflakes kind of lingering around a bit, but that's going to be about it for you in Denver. This is a look at the bigger picture here, and the main focal point is Colorado and in New Mexico right now, but some of the mountains still seeing some of the snow showers throughout parts of Wyoming, Montana, even in Nevada, and parts of Utah still seeing a few showers. But we've been watching this since yesterday. We've been watching this low moving across the Rockies, and you have that spin right here, but also that little spin right down here. So you have a little bit more energy here moving into Colorado. So we're still seeing some of that snow in parts of Colorado, and eventually we're going to watch this move into the Midwest. Parts of the plains in the Midwest today, and then the upper Midwest tonight. Chance for some snow for you. A rain snow line right around Des Moines in Iowa, and it looks like it's going to be wet in northern Illinois, into Milwaukee, and then in Wisconsin. Once again, the UP getting hit with more snow tomorrow on Saturday. So we're looking at that rain still throughout parts of the Midwest and snow for the northern locations, Sioux Falls, South Dakota. It is going to be snow and cold through tonight and staying cold, but no snow tomorrow. Alex?
Well, today begins another mad rush to the stores to do even more shopping, returns, exchanges, and the deep discounts. If you're like me, your email is full of deals. NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is in a chilly Atlanta where huge crowds are overtaking the Lenox Square Mall.
Hey there, we're off to a chilly start here in Atlanta, but it's expected to warm up throughout the day, and this parking lot should be packed in just a little while. And we're here at Atlanta's Lenox Square Mall. This is one of the city's busiest, and doors open here at 8 o'clock this morning. Many retailers across the country are opening as early as 6 o'clock this morning. Now, this is a big time of year for these retailers. They're hoping to make up for lackluster sales on Black Friday and Super Saturday. Shoppers today can expect heavy discounts on clothing, which has not been a hot seller so far this year. So if you're looking for that winter coat or any other pieces of clothing, today should be a great day to pick that up. The National Retail Federation had forecast that sales this holiday season would jump a little over 4% when compared to last year. So today will be a crucial day for retailers to make that target. Back to you guys.
Thank you, Gabe. And you know, if you go to Lenox Mall, you are going to have to park somewhere in Dunwoody to get in there. So go today. It's actually a dry day. Right now, we are looking live from the Coca-Cola World headquarters. We've got the sunshine out there, 45 degrees high today, close to 60. But showers are coming in tomorrow and the weekend. So today's the day to go if you want to be able to walk to and from your car with the drive, the sunshine. Soggy weekend setting up not just for Atlanta, but really for the entire southeast. Enhanced satellite picture right now showing some of those clouds working into parts of Mississippi and Alabama, but still relatively clear across Georgia, the Carolinas, and at least the eastern half of Tennessee. There's that next storm system that has been bringing the snow to parts of the west. Well, that dip in the jet stream dives off towards the south, and that front will be moving eastward. That's going to offer up the moisture. It's going to draw it in from the Gulf of Mexico, and rain showers will be a result of this as we get into Saturday and Sunday across those southeastern states. So tomorrow we've got rain and thunderstorms for eastern Texas, parts of Louisiana, Mississippi, and at least the western half of Alabama. Saturday night, much of the southeast sees the rain showers. We'll stay dry into southeast Georgia, coastal sections of the Carolinas. Sunday, notice Houston to Jackson to Atlanta to Nashville to Asheville, North Carolina. Even Bluefield, West Virginia gets in on some of those rain showers. So a soggy weekend, good weekend to let the kids just kind of hang out inside and play with all those new toys. Atlanta, rain showers Saturday night with a low of 51. We'll have rain Sunday, but look at those temps. Highs up near 70 degrees. Sunday night, 54 is your low with more rain showers. If you like sleeping in the rain, you're going to sleep great this weekend. Charlotte, you've got rain showers moving in late Saturday night, Sunday night. That's when we'll continue to see the best chance in Charlotte for the wet weather. Chris.
Alex, looking ahead to next week, a big New Year's time, and it is going to be big cold in some areas. A live look right now, Times Square, New York City. The sun is shining on Central Park, but the flags are blowing around quite a bit. So it's going to feel a little bit colder between the buildings. Now, we're looking at some very cold temperature readings by New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Teens and 20s will be common. Your high on New Year's Eve, the high 32. It's going to get colder as the day goes along. That's New Year's Eve. And then looking now at New Year's Day, it's going to stay just below freezing for New York and then getting barely above 33, barely above 32 at 33. So it's going to stay below freezing for almost 24 hours there. And we're looking at temperatures into the 20s in Bismarck over to Chicago. And for Chicago, it's going to be cold, Alex, but there'll be some sunshine.
All right, they'll take it. A windy Christmas for folks in Southern California. Look at this. This palm tree burst into flames after strong winds knocked it onto a high voltage wire. We'll show you a look at other damage. And we're taking a live look at San Diego. Another windy day for you. We'll tell you how long those winds will stick around after your local on the 8s.
At Intel, they have technology you can control with gestures. Like now, she's flying a spaceship to Mars.
We're flying a plane to Detroit.
Intel, this is where it all changes. New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
There's confidence. Then there's trusting your vehicle maintenance to Ford Service confidence. Our expertise, technology, and high-quality parts mean your peace of mind. It's no wonder last year we sold over 3 million tires. And during the Big Tire event, get up to $140 in mail-in rebates on 4 select tires.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Fact. When you take Advil, you get relief right at the site of pain, wherever it is. Advil stops pain right where it starts. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
The way we see it, after a heavy snowfall, you have two options. You can stay inside, or get behind the wheel of the Jeep Grand Cherokee with an available best-in-class 4x4 traction management system to maximize control, giving you confidence in all weather conditions. This is the Jeep Grand Cherokee, the most awarded SUV ever. Well-qualified lessees can lease the 2015 Grand Cherokee Laredo for $369 a month.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
Theraflu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. Theraflu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
Floating down almost like blowing snow, but these are embers coming down in Southern California. In Los Angeles, a palm tree hit a high voltage line early this morning while it was still dark, burning embers, and you can see smalling around, also starting some small trash fires. And the LA Fire Department firefighters did get that fire out.
Scary stuff. Gusts of more than 70 miles per hour snapped trees, toppled over power lines across Southern California. Utility crews had to work to restore the power yesterday. It was a rather cool morning in Southern California with temperatures in the 60s. Winds did calm down eventually as we got later into the morning.
And so many people in Southern California did wake up to some very strong winds Christmas morning, with gusts in some areas as high as 70 miles an hour, bringing down trees onto power lines.
That forced many to spend the holiday without electricity. Jane Yamamoto from our sister station KNBC has the story.
Granada Hills residents cleaning up after a tree nearly 60 years old comes crashing down on Densmore Street. Residents say high winds are to blame.
About 55, maybe 60 miles an hour.
Richard Penn, his son's truck, buried beneath the tree that nearly hit his house. No one was injured, but the cleanup is expected to last for a couple of days.
The city says that because of the fact that, you know, the holidays, that they only have one guy working or thereabouts for about 38 different trees that are down throughout the city and the county.
He says no power lines were hit, unlike this spectacular scene caught on camera. A palm tree lit up like a match after an early morning windstorm blew through the intersection of Venice Boulevard and South Mansfield Avenue. Burning embers flew down the street, setting off a small fire. High winds left thousands of people in the dark from Westwood to downtown L.A., where DWP crews spent Christmas working to restore power. South Orange County also had just over 5,000 SoCal Edison customers impacted for much of the afternoon. In West L.A., another unusual sight on Olympic and Overland. Cement turned to glass after power lines hit the pavement.
Hashtag Christmas 2014, not so merry and bright.
And we are looking at Los Angeles right now. Sunny today with a high near 63. You're holding, though, in the mid-40s right now. Northeast wind 5 to 15 miles per hour. Gusts today up to 20 miles an hour. So still a little breezy, but not quite as strong of gusts.
And looking good, though. Bright sunshine there.
Yeah, absolutely love it. And, you know, we want to talk about the Southern California winds, let you know exactly when they'll finally settle down and relax a bit across this part of the country. And we've got to look forward in time. And once again, my clicker just does not want to go. So, Alan, maybe you can help me out once again. Wind speeds right now, hey, 3 miles in Los Angeles. That's pretty good. 6 miles per hour at LAX and calm in places like Torrance.
And it's going to be a little bit breezier in the passes and the canyons with that air funneling through and shooting out. So we're still looking at that threat for some windy conditions from Santa Barbara all the way down to San Diego and mainly into the mountains and areas east.
All right, so we've got to watch once again parts of the southwestern part of the state of California. Santa Ana, 20 to 25 mile per hour winds to start the day. San Bernardino, 25 to 30 miles an hour. But look what happens as we go through the later part of today. We're going to begin to see those relax. Santa Ana, you're down to light winds, still on the breezy side for San Bernardino.
Yeah, so at the end of it all, you're going to have a little bit of a, kind of a breezy situation going on, but not too bad. And for the Great Lakes, though, in some of the western cities, getting snow on Christmas. Some.
Yeah, everyone else lucky to dodge raindrops. Up next, we will show you where some of the heaviest snow fell and whether it is over or more is on the way. Plus,
remember how happy you were getting us as a holiday gift? All our wild adventures, going from one end of the living room all the way to the other? Well, feel that happy again with a new Honda Civic during Happy Honda Days. It comes with Pandora compatibility, a rear view camera, and this mysterious cave. Wow. Get something you'll love at the Happy Honda Days sales event, where all 2015 models come standard with a rear view camera.
Nailed it. You're right, that was really easy. I know, I told you so. On Progressive.com, you can compare our Progressive direct rates with our competitors' rates, so shopping is easy. You don't sound like Flo. Yeah, I do.
Who are you talking to?
What?
What's on your hand?
Nothing. My wedding ring. Symbol of our love and understanding.
Comparing rates for you. Now that's Progressive.
Nailed it.
We have a situation.
We're gonna need a black hat hacker named Hathaway.
The U.S. government would like your technical advice.
A cyber attack targeted a nuclear reactor.
He'll take out a city and not think twice about it. You get discovered, you're dead meat.
Isn't that why you brought me here?
This is only the beginning. Black Hat, rated R, in theaters January 16th.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today, you will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's important work to be done. And only some able to do it. Can you make the cut?
We're back.
Sunday, old habits die hard.
I thought Grandma said she don't want you licking any more rocks.
What happens on the mountain stays on the mountain.
And danger lurks.
Did you hear something?
On the Cardwell Glen.
Hey, girl. Hey, can you help me move?
Sure, but I can't use my hands.
I would, but my back is so bad.
Oh.
Well.
Hi, I'm moving.
No problem.
The Xfinity Movers Edge program makes it easy to stay connected to your TV, internet, and home phone when you move.
Oh, thank you.
finally get some help moving. Get your Xfinity services professionally installed on the date you choose, or ask how you can take your equipment with you. Call 1-855-MOVE-EDGE or go online today.
At Seaside Palm Beach, we recognize that you may have other obligations in your life. When you're here, you'll be able to bring your laptop. We encourage you to bring your phone. We don't want you disconnected from the rest of the world. Where other treatment centers will not allow you to have these things, we know that you have a life, but we're going to help you live that life better than when you came here. Your transition from chemically dependent to chemical-free will be as painless as possible. Seaside, Palm Beach, please come see us.
Shipping, and even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
Ride on the most treacherous highway in the world to experience the high risk of heavy rescue. Highway Through Hell, Sundays at 10 on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
A winter scene in California's Sierra Nevada mountains after some strong wind and snow. Some of the highest elevations saw as much as 10 inches of snow.
And families look like they were having some fun out there in that Christmas snow. We've got sledding. Look like we had a little cross-country skiing. Some of the lower areas saw between 3 and 5 inches.
And let's take a look now at another spot that will get in on the snow action here. A live look at Minneapolis. Winter Storm Eris will bring more snow. It's going to stay on the cold side. Right now it's 32 degrees, and you're going to stay in the 30s and down into the 20s by this weekend. You're going to see a few more inches of snow as well to go along with this.
All right, so even upper Midwest getting in on a little of Eris's snow, and with it being 20 minutes past the hour, it is time for that winter weather update.
So let's take a look right now at where the snow is coming down, and we're going to start with a look at the radar, and you can see in Denver. We've been watching Denver and Interstate 70 heading out to Kansas and up to Cheyenne to the north, and to the south you're seeing some of that snow. Some of the major interstates here having snow falling on it right now.
Yeah, and 70 could be seeing some real problems with the whiteout conditions when you got some of those heavier bursts of snow right along the Kansas-Colorado border.
Yeah, and you can see some of that heavier snow. Some of that darker blue shows us that. We have a little bit of some spin in the atmosphere, kind of like the instigator.
Exactly. This is the system that'll trigger some wet weather this weekend across the southeast. But right now, it is the snow component that we're talking about, and that is Eris. So here is the forecast as we go forward in time. You notice it's parts of the Four Corners region into the Plain States, but by later tonight, we get into the upper Midwest for some of that snow.
Yeah, and there you go. In Minneapolis, we're going to watch that snow coming down, and from Sioux Falls, dealing with the snow as well. And the low, as it moves up, the track that it's taking to the south of it, that's where the milder air is going to be, and that's why you have the green on there, which is the rain. And then north of that is the snow.
Exactly. Who would have thought that we'd be talking about on December 26th? Upper lower Michigan seeing rain, but that's where they sit in relative to this area of low pressure.
So we look again. The first thing you see is the blue, and that is where you're getting in on the 1 to 3, 3 to 5 inch range. Then there's some purple in here.
Still a little bit of southern Colorado, northern sections of New Mexico get in on those higher accumulations. So Omaha, what are you getting? You're going to head to the mall today. You got rain and snow primarily during the afternoon, so go early if you want to avoid that.
And bundle up this weekend. It's going to be cold. And it takes hundreds to thousands of years to form large glaciers, but only decades to watch them disappear.
Here is Rick Adams from beautiful Glacier National Park with a look at massive glaciers shrinking before our eyes.
Glacier National Park is an endangered landscape. Of the 150 glaciers once found in the park, only 25 remain. And with the current climate trends, their days are numbered.
They are going to be gone within our lifetimes.
Researchers like Dan Faegre of the USGS have been tracking these glaciers for decades through repeat photography. To accurately show how they're receding, they must take photos in the exact same locations every year. I joined Dan on a hike to Grinnell Glacier to take this year's photos.
So Dan, here we are. This is the Grinnell Glacier. Can you point out some of the main features for us?
The meltwater there used to be all glaciers, and that didn't exist before the 1930s. All of this area used to be under hundreds and hundreds of feet of ice, and where we're standing now was under ice probably only a few decades ago.
Dan's brought a photo of Grinnell Glacier from 1936. It's our job to find the precise spot it was taken and snap a new picture.
We're to go a little bit higher, and I'm guessing it was over there. Okay, this is it. We can start working to frame it just as it was here. We got it.
And the comparison is shocking.
And it's remarkable, isn't it, Dan, how much of the glacier has actually disappeared?
There was no water visible in this photo at all. It was all ice. Since 1936, we've had this retreat, a half a mile, and we've had the ice elevation go down hundreds of feet. And so now it's really just a remnant of what it once was.
The camera doesn't lie. Each year, the changes. More evident, more pronounced, more serious. Just look at how the view has changed for these hikers in 1920 versus 2008.
There are a lot of reasons that people perhaps don't believe in climate change, but many of them come to this glacier basin and become believers.
And Dan hopes these photos will continue to tell the story of a warming climate and the need for action before Glacier National Park loses its namesake for good. Rick Adams, The Weather Channel.
And today, people are honoring the victims of one of the worst natural disasters in modern history.
We're going to take an emotional look back at the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami and what has changed since that horrific disaster 10 years ago. Also, what has stayed the same. Hard to imagine 10 years ago, though, that occurred.
We're going to be right back here on Weather Center Live, taking you through this Boxing Day, the day after Christmas.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
When heartburn comes creeping up on you, fight back with relief so smooth, it's fast. Tums Smoothie starts dissolving the instant it touches your tongue and neutralizes stomach acid at the source. Smoothies, only from Tums.
The energy that makes our lives possible. Because we do. We're ExxonMobil, and powering the world responsibly is our job. Because boiling an egg isn't as simple as just boiling an egg. Life takes energy. Energy lives here.
I told my dentist about my sensitive teeth. He told me there's a whole new way to treat sensitivity. He suggested I try new Crest Sensi-Stop strips.
Just apply to the gum line of sensitive teeth for a quick 10 minutes. The special ingredient forms a lasting barrier that provides immediate relief and up to 1 month of protection. See why dental professionals endorse Crest Sensi-Stop strips to treat sensitivity. That's one strip, 10 minutes, and up to 1 month of protection. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Life opens up when you relieve sensitivity.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
Currently in our area, 70 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
Now this is what you think of when you think of a white Christmas. You've got Santa on the lawn and big fat flakes falling. This was Boulder yesterday.
And nearby in Denver, more than 3 inches of snow yesterday and more on the way. Another inch expected. In fact, in the greater Denver area, that snow's coming down right now.
And we thank you so much for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Chris Warren. And we're dealing with some snow right now in some areas. It's also making things a little tough as far as holiday travel goes.
Exactly. And then on other parts of the country, we're talking about warmth around the Northeast. But snowy weather caused hazardous conditions for drivers in St. Cloud, Minnesota. 0.8 inches of snow fell yesterday, but just enough to make those roads slick. And in addition to the snow, they picked up just over a ½ an inch of rain. Reports of car accidents due to some freezing drizzle and then that snow as well. And you look at that picture and you know that road is slick.
Yeah, sometimes you can just see it. Other times it sneaks up on you, but that was pretty obvious.
Sheen from the street lights.
Right. And we're dealing with more snow from Winter Storm Eris, and one of those spots dealing with that, and we'll see more as we were talking about, is Denver. And this is a look right now at Denver, and you can see here downtown and all of this blue. The darker blues you see within that, there's just a little bit heavier snow, but just kind of a few flakes flying around right now in Denver. And as we look at what you can expect through the rest of the day, maybe a few flurries, but generally on the dry side. But it is going to stay cold. Temperatures will be in the 20s for most of the day, just getting up to 30 degrees there between 1 and 3, maybe a little bit warmer than that, but likely staying below the freezing mark. Some other spots where snow is coming down right now, you can see it kind of inching its way here into Nebraska and starting to expand a little bit here in parts of Kansas as well. And still seeing some of the showers in Montana and Wyoming. And this is the snow that we're expecting today. These are the areas that will get the snow. The darker blue, that'll be the darker or the heavier snow that comes down. And some of that snow also in Sioux Falls all the way up, especially south of Minneapolis and St. Paul area, seeing some of that snow. And then for tomorrow, it's going to be Wisconsin, the UP, but it's going to be just a little too warm for snow to the areas to the south here. Chicago and much of lower Michigan. Alex, dealing with rain.
All right, so we go from the snow in Denver to cold. Right now, you're looking at snow falling in the Denver area. It's 13 degrees at this point. Highs today are going to be around 22. And you think, all right, that is cold. When we talk highs in the low 20s, single-digit wind chills. But guess what's coming? Highs in the single digits. So snow or really bad cold? What do you want? Well, Arctic air returning not just to Denver, but to the rest of the plains. Those highs in spots will be 30+ degrees below average. So going to be very, very chilly as we head into next week as that Arctic air plunges down from Canada. Right now, we have temperatures of 8 in Minot and Billings, 19 for Rapid City, 15 Denver, 34 in Omaha, right at the freezing mark for Minneapolis, Minnesota. Arctic air up to the north, minus 33 in Yellowknife, minus 38 in Fort Smith, and Rabbit Kettle, minus 14 degrees there. We will see that Arctic air spilling over the U.S.-Canada border, so working into parts of the Plains states, you are going to feel that big chill. And in this region, those highs will be 25 to 45 degrees below average. So that's right, nearly 50 degrees below average in some spots. Denver, Rapid City, Billings, all 30 degrees plus below average on Monday. Tuesday, Denver will be 1 degree, 42 degrees below average on Wednesday, 13 degrees below average in Kansas City in the low 20s also for Chicago, 25 in Rapid City. For Denver, your average high is 42 degrees. Today, or rather Sunday, I should say, 32. But by Monday, we're talking teens, single digits and low single digits on Tuesday, back to the mid-30s on Thursday. So quite a roller coaster ride for those folks in Denver, Chris.
Yes, it is, and it might feel like a roller coaster just driving around Southern California because your car possibly being kind of pushed around because of the winds, but you can't really see the winds right here. And when I say see the winds, you see what the winds do. You don't see the trees moving around, and the water looks pretty calm, and that's what's happening. It is calm right now. It's 45, so it's all a bit on the chilly side for Los Angeles standards, but plenty of sunshine right now. Let's take a look at some of the winds in Southern California and when there are still wind alerts, wind advisory in effect for these areas in purple. And as we take a look, you keep an eye on these areas. That's where you're going to be dealing with some of that wind. What you don't see on the map are the mountains, but there are some like coastal mountains in here, and then there's some inland hills and mountains. And what happens is you'll get the winds funneling through that, and as they do, they speed up. And so that's why some of the passes in the canyons, you will end up with some of the stronger winds, and also over the ridge tops. So you look at this and you look at the wind speed here, and the darker the blue, the stronger the winds. And oftentimes what we'll notice is that you'll have the darker blues over the mountains. So now here you can see the terrain on this map. You can see some of the mountains here, and as that air is flowing generally offshore, we're watching this. And again, this does a really good job of showing some of these mountains here, and you can see it as they go through here, that speed increases and it comes down to the LA basin, and that's why you get the dark blues into the purples. That's where some of the strongest winds will be. Alex?
Well, Chris, memorial services are underway in Asia this morning to mark the 10th anniversary of the deadly Indian Ocean tsunami. A massive 9.1 earthquake just off of western Indonesia triggered the tsunami. It killed hundreds of thousands of people. NBC's Katie Tour went to hard-hit Banda Aceh to see what's changed a decade later.
It was December 2004, 10 years ago, when the world woke up to Mother Nature at her worst. A tsunami like no one had ever imagined that killed more than 230,000 and left entire cities flattened. But nothing compared to what we saw in Banda Aceh on Indonesia's northern tip.
It's said that over 1,000 bodies clogged the waters beneath this bridge, and they're still pulling bodies out today, 9 days later.
But 10 years later, on this very same bridge, it's almost unrecognizable here. Business as usual on the streets. The town is rebuilt. And the Acehnese say that, yes, they have recovered. After a decade, the scars are healing, the economy rebounding, and life is going on. Everything is now back in its place. Almost. Gunawan was fishing when the wave came in. On shore, he found his home and 26 members of his family, including his son, daughter, and wife, gone.
The first love.
First love. Only love. His oldest, Suchi, away in Bali, was the only one left.
The first thing that I said, or actually asked to him, was, "Where's my mother? Then where's my brother and sister?" And then he said, "Suchi, let it go."
Now it's in her one-year-old son, Sean, that she sees the face of her lost brother.
Nomi here and Mumtaz here.
Then there's Asari. In the days after, he described how he ran with his 5-day-old daughter under his arm. Today, Nami, nicknamed for Tsunami, is 10. Across Aceh, the memory of that day is strong. But then again, so is its future. Katie Tur, NBC News, Banda Aceh, Indonesia.
Hard to believe it's been 10 years, but always great to see the signs of rebuilding and those little memories that you get of people lost in you know, the younger generation.
Right. And still to come here on Weather Center Live, it was a white Christmas for nearly half the states in the country, if you can believe that.
Yeah, it felt felt like we weren't talking, but hey, snow fell in one spot this Christmas that you may not have known about. Plus, our best of 2014 countdown is back, and this one's going to be cool.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hey, Mom, can I have a hot chocolate?
We'll all have hot cocoa.
Ma'am, need a strong pot of Joe.
The all-new Keurig 2.0.
We love
chocolatey,
creamy with a little something extra.
deliciousness.
Cookies
or almonds.
Yumminess. Hershey's is mine.
Yours, our chocolate.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
I've seen hurricanes, floods, I've seen tornadoes. We give out Duracell batteries after the worst happens. And when the power's out for days, we stay with them. You might say they lost everything, but that's not what I see. I see a different kind of power. I saw it in Ruth, Adam, Tom. It's the power they have inside of them. The power to move forward.
At Duracell, we believe that's the power that never, ever goes out.
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead. All clear.
Good. And then Santa's helpers boarded the train and off they went. And that's how we got it. Wow.
The magic of the season is here at the Lexus December to Remember sales event. This is the pursuit of perfection.
The holiday season is coming to an end, but we've got one more thing to share with you. The holiday clearance event at Walmart.
You can save big on items like select toys, electronics, and decor.
So that's it?
We're done here.
Head to Walmart now and save big.
Is your back acting up again? Is lower back pain a daily drain? If you're one of the millions who suffer from the agony of lower back pain, you need Be Active, the revolutionary new acupressure system that instantly helps ease discomfort in your lower back, buttocks, and legs. Watch. Just slip on Be Active and tighten the strap. You'll instantly begin experiencing relief. Look, back pain often radiates from the lower back to your lower extremities, but apply Be Active to the trigger point on the calf muscle to instantly relieve pain. The secret is the AcuPoint pressure pad that gently compresses, alleviating pain at the sciatic nerve and lower back for instant relief.
I just slide it on, I tighten the strap, I feel the pressure point right behind my knee, and right away I feel the release of pain in my lower back.
Be Active provides firm pressure behind the knee on the specific pressure point, which can help relieve the pain and suffering from sciatica.
Wow, that's I can feel comfort already.
It's like right away relief.
I just put it on, but I can feel it already easing the pain.
But now I don't feel the pain at all. This is really something.
You can't see the relief? I can feel it.
It kind of feels like it's relaxing that muscle.
I definitely wish I found this a couple months ago.
Be Active gives you the ability to instantly be active again. Wear it while exercising. Keep up with the kids. It's invisible under clothing, comfortable enough to sleep in. Be Active easily adjusts to fit any leg so everyone can live pain-free. Be Active is always there to deliver the pain relief you need. Now start living pain-free with the acupressure point therapy of Be Active for just $19.99. But wait, call now and we'll double the offer free. Just pay separate processing. If you don't begin to get instant relief, send it back and owe nothing. You get it all for just $19.99. So call or click now.
To order, call 1-800-370-7747. That's 1-800-370-7747 or go online to beactivebrace.com. Call or click today.
And you know, as we get to the end of the year, we always like these wrap-up things, you know, to go back and highlight some of our favorite things. Meteorologist Dave Schwartz is going to show us the top 5 reporter moments. Take a look.
No matter what the weather, our reporters have braved it all. So, we're counting down the top 5 live moments of the year. At number 5, Paul Goodlow was covering the November snowstorm in Buffalo when he came upon this.
We got a house fire here. We were down the street, maybe a quarter to a half mile by the Botanical Garden. We see black smoke. We come down the street and we see a 3-story house on fire.
That's the last thing you'd expect to see in the middle of all that snow. At number 4, Arthur, a Category 2 hurricane, made landfall July 4th, and its 100-mile-per-hour winds blasted Stephanie Abrams and Sam Champion with sand for hours.
The most interesting thing we're seeing right now is how this thing is still maintaining strength.
I'm going to do the ceremonial passing of the goggles to you, and I got to tell you,
very important.
Very important, and I will always pack them in my bag.
Number 3, back to Buffalo. Mike Bettis was also there during the November snowfall. At times, snow fell at 5 inches per hour, covering everything in minutes, including Mike.
We've estimated the visibility is roughly 200 yards or so. That means the snow is coming down like crazy right now.
Mike, every time we come out, are you going to be covered in more snow?
What's so funny? What's so funny?
Because your hat is completely white. Your eyebrows are completely white right now. We've just gotten started.
Mike and the crew seemed to stay covered in snow every time we saw them. Number 2. Mike Seidel was tracking a strong line of thunderstorms barreling through Arkansas, and when they got close, he hunkered down and waited. It was TV at its best.
Our winds are now gradually ramping up now. There we go, there we go. You can feel the chill in the air. Well, look out, there goes the cigarette and the trash can down the street. This wind now gusting upwards of 40 to 50 miles an hour. Look at this horizontal rain, leaves blowing everywhere. Woo!
It was an unforgettable moment. Number 1. Here's the incident that garnered national attention. Jim Cantori being ambushed live on the air during coverage of Winter Storm Leon.
Part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So obviously here at the College of Charleston, they're already having a good time.
He never even missed a beat. And that's our list of the top 5 most memorable live moments of 2014.
And there were so many moments that people think should have made it onto the list, including a woman that goes into labor as Hurricane Arthur moves on shore. We're not going to see her actually going into labor.
No. That's too gross.
Look at all this storm surge that is cutting off the bridge and cutting off access for a woman who's in labor in a car, and she needs to get to the other side desperately so she can have that baby. Let's talk to this officer up here. Hey.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Right back in that truck right now.
She's right back here? Hey, you guys. Is everything all right in there?
We're good.
Yeah, up front here. Just hang on with me here. Here. Whoop. Oh. Well, there she goes.
And Dave sure goes the extra mile, doesn't he?
Well, you said, you've heard of ambulance chasers. Now we've got military vehicle chasers, because Dave just wanted to get that story, and she's like, get out of here. But she did do a follow-up with the family at a better time to talk to a reporter, and all is well for that little one.
All's good.
Yes.
All right. You might have thought it was good if you ended up with a surprise white Christmas.
Right, but it might not be in spots that you think. Any guesses? We're going to reveal the big winner after your local on the 8th.
Fact. Fast-acting Advil is designed with an ultra-thin coating and fast-absorbing Advil Ion Core technology, stopping headaches and other tough pain fast. Relief doesn't get any better than this. Advil.
Dad, I know I haven't said this often enough, but thank you.
Thank you, Mom, for protecting my future.
Thank you for being my hero and my dad.
Military families are uniquely thankful for many things. The legacy of USAA Auto Insurance could be one of them. If you're a current or former military member or their family, get an auto insurance quote and see why 92% of our members plan to stay for life.
This thing is getting bigger and bigger.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Push it. Push it. Push it real good. Ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby.
If you're Salt and Peppa, you tell people to push it.
Push it real good.
It's what you do. If you want to save 15% or more on car insurance, you switch to Geico. It's what you do.
I'm pushing it real good.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
All right, listen up. Out on that field today, you will be ready for anything. And I want you to always remember, this is the greatest team you will ever be part of.
There's a team that makes a real difference in the world. Join the team that makes a difference.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
Theraflu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. Theraflu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. Theraflu, serious power.
At Intel, they have technology that lets you change focus after you take a picture. So if things don't work out, you can refocus to just see yourself.
Intel, this is where it all changes.
It's like they've seen the future.
There's confidence. Then there's trusting your vehicle maintenance to Ford Service confidence. Our expertise, technology, and high-quality parts mean your peace of mind. It's no wonder last year we sold over 3 million tires. And during the big tire event...
awesome is watching hit movies like Divergent here. And the biggest hit shows here.
My head's caught.
Or even here. Anywhere you want, anytime you want. This is awesome. This is HBO on Xfinity. Get your favorite series and movies with HBO. Plus, upgrade to digital preferred TV and get over 80 additional channels. Upgrade now for $14.99 more a month for 12 months. Call 1-800-XFINITY or go online today.
On the beautiful island of St. Lucia, only at Sandals can you stay at one resort and play around at all three. Play around wherever you want. Play around as often as you like. Dine around at 23 gourmet restaurants. Enjoy unlimited rounds on us. Why, you can even sleep in the round. Sandals Resorts in St. Lucia. Get 3 vacations for the price of 1. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
6106. For a free brochure, call 1-800-594-6106.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Winter Storm Eris far from over this Friday as we look live at Salt Lake City on your left, top left, Denver on your top right, and below Minneapolis. Flakes still flying. You can see it in Denver. You might not be able to see the actual flakes themselves, but that kind of blurry look that you get, that's snow coming down.
It's snow globy.
A little bit?
A little bit.
Sure.
I wish we could see some of the big flakes right in the foreground.
That's more of the globy, I think,
yeah,
you know?
Yeah.
If you're in it, probably
You've called
a little
my
globy.
bluff.
You're bluffing?
Yeah, it wasn't totally snow globy. It was just kind of snow globy. Right. Regardless, low visibilities. And, you know, we're still talking about Eris and Eris impacts in our winter weather update.
So let's talk about the snow globe possibilities.
Let's do it. And here's the spots that could still get it if you get a breeze. But some big winners for your Christmas. Nearly 20 inches at George Creek Snowtell, Utah, and the Green Mountain Snowtell in Nevada. 19 inches. Both of those at or above 8,000 feet. So it was the high elevations that were some of the big winners from this one.
And this is that system, kind of a messy looking thing here on the water vapor. The water vapor, that's a tool that we use oftentimes to see the spin in the atmosphere.
Right, the swirling, as Dr. Postel fans would know that as. Today, these are your white Boxing Day possibility areas. You can see parts of the plains still into Colorado. And by tonight, we're watching the upper Midwest.
And that snow still, once again, in the upper peninsula of Michigan, not so much in the lower peninsula, though.
Right. Parts of lower Michigan will be on the warm side of this system, so rain for you, even as you get into far northern spots of lower Michigan, just a mix at best.
This is a look at the totals. Additional snow to come down. The purple, that's the 5 to 8, the big winners there. The darker blue color, 3 to 5, and then more of a widespread 1 to 3 situation happening.
And then the areas that got the snow get in on the cold and very cold. That's the purple as we head into the final few days of 2014. Single-digit highs on the way.
It's going to be cold.
Well, how about a white Christmas tour?
Take a look at some of the spots that have a white Christmas.
Yeah, let's
do that.
Start in Utah,
Good call.
where we got some stop-motion sledding and a couple spills out in the snow. But it's always okay if you fall in the snow. It doesn't hurt.
That's kind of fun, isn't it?
Cute. Those kids had a great time, and Mom, too.
And then here's this in Boulder, Colorado, snow coming down. This has more of that snow globe kind of vibe.
This definitely, you know, you've got the flakes flying, you've got Santa in the background. He's loving it. And all those wreaths with the red bows always look so much better with a little bit of crisp snow around
They hung the stockings outside, though.
They did. Maybe for some of the birds in the trees. Maybe they put some suet in there. Loveland, Colorado, you've got a time-lapse video of the snow piling up on the grill and one of those tables.
And you see it. Oh, look at that. It's like a bake in the oven, isn't it? Right.
Exactly. It's
cake
rising.
And baking in the oven.
That souffle just rises. Hey, Hawaii, of all places, also getting in on a white Christmas. A blizzard warning, you heard me right, was issued Christmas Eve for those very, very high elevations.
Yeah, on the Big Island, a couple of peaks, they go higher than 13,000 feet. This Mauna Kea, and that's the northern peak there on the Big Island. They have an awesome observatory there, and look at this. It's a real cool landscape if you get up there, and you can see some of the clouds in the distance, those winds howling, and this snow, in fact, that you're looking at right here could be seen from space.
How cool is that?
It's pretty cool. So let's take a look at this. We're going to show you the big island of Hawaii right now, and we're going to point out a couple of features. First, as you look at it, this is the big island right here, and zooming in, what we're going to see is the clouds all through here.
Right, most of the white that you're looking at is the cloud cover, but not that.
Or this. This is Mauna Loa, that's Mauna Kea. Mauna Loa, I should say, Mauna Kea. And you're looking at around 13,000 feet. So it's cold enough for snow, while it might be 70 degrees right there. I mean, that's something else.
It's like a cherry on top.
It is. It's a blizzard snow cherry on top of the big island. 2 of them, in fact.
How about that? Blizzard conditions for some when everybody's saying, hey, I went to Hawaii for the tropical Christmas. Well, certain spots.
Coming up next year on Weather Center Live, some strong wind bringing unexpected dangers to Southern California.
Right. The amazing video of embers blowing around like snow. How strong the winds will get today, we're back to tell you in 60 seconds right after your local on the 8th.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy with a few showers. High 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chance of rain 30%. Tonight, partly cloudy skies. Low 69. Winds northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, sunshine and clouds mixed. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
There is no rest from the holidays. It's Boxing Day now after the big Christmas holiday, and these people aren't getting a rest, are they?
They're never rested in the Big Apple, especially if you're visiting here.
Looking for shopping bags. Who's making returns? Who's making purchases?
There's a lot happening. The wind's blowing, but the sun is shining on Central Park right now. Holidays keep coming, and New Year's right around the corner. This will be a hot spot, but it's going to feel cold.
It's going to be feeling really cold, but that's just fine because you're going to be closer to you and 100,000 of your new best friends, so they keep you warm.
Don't discount the body heat there when you're crammed in.
Hey, we still have a winter storm on the move as well. After dumping nearly a foot of snow in the Rockies, Eris heads into parts of the Midwest. Who's next in the path of our latest winter storm? We'll let you know.
And some video from Southern California showing one example.
That's crazy.
Right, of what can happen during the dangerous wind some people in the West facing again today. Wow, amazing scene here. We're going to take a look at some of the worst windy spots today. Next on Weather Center Live. Thank you for joining us today. I'm Chris Warren.
And I'm Alex Wilson. The Christmas holiday might be over, but the hustle, the bustle, definitely not over.
And you may be heading back home, maybe heading out to the shopping mall the next few days. And we want to make sure here at Weather Center Live that you're prepared.
Exactly. So here is a look at our top 3 big stories. Denver, you are still dealing with what's left of Winter Storm Eris, but you're also getting ready for another Arctic blast. That's right, single-digit temperatures on the way, highs 30+ degrees below normal. Meanwhile, we are getting incredible images of the problems the strong winds are causing in Southern California. And finally, now that Christmas Day is over, next holiday up to bat, New Year's. We've got a lot to talk about, but we're going to start with that 5th named storm of the season. Chris is tracking more on Winter Storm Eris.
Eris is still trucking, so we're still tracking as this storm is moving over the Rockies and now starting to spread into some of the plain states. Denver still seeing that snow coming down right now in the city. And if you head out 70, still having some snow as well. That's going to taper off throughout the rest of the day into tonight. Things calming down and also cooling down. Temperatures into the teens in Denver. Here's a look at that snow. Starting to see it moving into Nebraska, into Kansas right now. That's where some of the heavier snow is falling. Even the panhandle of Texas seeing a little bit of snow. Here's the spin in the water vapor imagery. So these pictures all put together. We put it in motion. The mid and upper levels of the atmosphere shows us where the swirl is, where the disturbances are in the atmosphere. And that's really what kind of gets things going. That stirs the pot of weather. That's what helps bring us the snow when you have the cold air and the moisture moisture there. We're going to see more of that snow tonight all the way up into the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. Rain to the south. And tomorrow, still going to have that snow hanging around in parts of northern Wisconsin, but even Milwaukee, not cold enough. So that's a fine line there when we look across Wisconsin as far as who's going to get the snow and who's going to be dealing with the rain. Sioux Falls, South Dakota, it is going to be snow today and tonight and staying cold, Alex.
And today begins another mad rush to the stores to do even more shopping. We've got exchanges, returns, and deep discounts. If your phone is like mine, it is full of emails from stores about awesome deals. So NBC's Gabe Gutierrez is at a chilly Lenox Mall in Atlanta where huge crowds are overtaking it.
Hey there, we're off to a chilly start here in Atlanta, but it's expected to warm up throughout the day, and this parking lot should be packed in just a little while. And we're here at Atlanta's Lenox Square Mall. This is one of the city's busiest, and doors open here at 8 o'clock this morning. Many retailers across the country are opening as early as 6 o'clock this morning. Now, this is a big time of year for these retailers. They're hoping to make up for lackluster sales on Black Friday and Super Saturday. Shoppers today can expect heavy discounts on clothing, which has not been a hot seller so far this year. So if you're looking for that winter coat or any other pieces of clothing, today should be a great day to pick that up. The National Retail Federation had forecast that sales this holiday season would jump a little over 4% when compared to last year. So today will be a crucial day for retailers to make that target. Back to you guys.
And Gabe, I'll have to tell him about that cupcake ATM right behind him at the Sprinkles. Look at Atlanta from the Coca-Cola World headquarters. Sunshine, another day of bright skies. Atlanta, you have deserved it. One of the many spots across the country that have just been cloudy and gloomy in the days leading up to Christmas. Right now, 45 degrees with highs today up near 60. So actually going to be very comfortable. Do your shopping today because you saw soggy weather coming to the southeast. Today, starting off pretty clear across parts of Georgia, the Carolinas, eastern half of Tennessee. Clouds moving into some of those western spots, Mississippi and Alabama. There's that next front that's going to be drawing some of that moisture out northward ahead of that front from the Gulf of Mexico. This is that dip in the jet stream is well off towards the south. So as that gets moving towards the east, we'll see the showers and thunderstorms across these southern states as we go through the weekend. So Saturday and Sunday will be soggy for some spots as that cold front slides through. Tomorrow, rain and thunderstorms from Houston to New Orleans, even to Mobile, up into Little Rock as well. Saturday night, a lot of the southeast getting in on it. Coastal sections of Florida, the Carolinas, and Georgia, they'll stay dry. Even on Sunday, good chance for rain from New Orleans to Jackson to, say, Birmingham or Montgomery, Alabama, up towards Atlanta and Asheville, North Carolina. Atlanta, string of rain for you Saturday night, Sunday, and Sunday night. You've got lows in the 50s, highs in the upper 60s near 70. So it will be mild. Won't necessarily feel like late December. Charlotte, rain moves in late Saturday night, Sunday, and Sunday night. Best chances for rainfall. Chris.
And Alex, we are, in the middle of holiday season. The next big holiday, of course, New Year's. So many people will pack right here in Times Square to watch the ball drop. And right now, people are bundled up, but this is nothing right now compared to what you're going to have to deal with if your plans take you to the Big Apple for the new year. Temperatures on Wednesday, New Year's Eve. The high temperature, freezing. So you imagine it's going to be colder than that when it's dark. 20s for a huge portion of the country, some teens, 30s making it down pretty far south. And then on New Year's Day itself, sunshine will help things get just barely above the freezing mark in New York. 33 degrees, staying in the 20s for Chicago and Bismarck, getting above freezing in Denver with a chance for some rain or snow in the southwest and throughout some of the southern plain states and into the south. Alex?
Thank you, Chris. A windy Christmas for folks in Southern California. This palm tree burst into flames after strong winds knocked it onto a high voltage wire. And look at those embers just blowing around. We'll show you a look at some of the other damage as well. Right now, we leave you with a live look at San Diego. You'll have the winds again today. We're going to talk about that windy story for CA after your local on the break.
This program brought to you by Progressive. Join over 3 million drivers who switched to Progressive last year.
At book club, they were asking me what you're doing now, Janice.
Blogging. Your blog is just pictures of you in a mirror.
It's called a fashion blog, Todd. Well, I've been helping people save money with Progressive's discounts. Flo, can you get Janice a job?
You should have stuck to softball.
I was so much better at softball than Janice did.
Where's your wife, Todd?
Vacation. Discounts like homeowners, multi-policy. I got a discount on this ham.
I've got the meat sweats. It's good ham, Diane.
Paperless discounts. Give it a rest, Flo.
Yeah, Flo, give it a rest, Flo.
I've seen hurricanes, floods. I've seen tornadoes. We give out Duracell batteries after the worst happens. And when the power's out for days, we stay with them. You might say they lost everything, but that's not what I see. I see a different kind of power. I saw it in Ruth, Adam, Tom. It's the power they have inside of them. The power to move forward.
At Duracell, we believe that's the power that never, ever goes out.
Currently in our area, 71 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
At the end of the day, my hands are beat up.
Especially during the winter times, hands are splitting, cracking, making it very difficult to do my job.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry hands that crack and split.
Best stuff we've ever used.
It just works.
Learn more at workinghands.com.
O'Keefe's Working Hands. Guaranteed relief for dry skin that cracks and splits.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
The holiday season is coming to an end, but we've got one more thing to share with you. The holiday clearance event at Walmart.
You can save big on items like select toys, electronics, and decor.
So that's it?
We're done here.
Oh.
Head to Walmart now and save big.
No super slow motion footage of trucks splashing through the mud. No cowboy hats, horses, or hay bales. Just a Ram 3500 that head-to-head can out-tow Ford's F-350 by more than 1.5 tons. Get more facts at ramtrucks.com.
Another one.
In Los Angeles, a palm tree hit a high voltage line this morning, burning embers from the fire, starting other small trash fires. We understand the Los Angeles Fire Department firefighters extinguished the burning tree finally, but seeing that blow around, it's an amazing sight there and a byproduct of a windy night.
Yeah, scary stuff to watch those embers and just see how far and quickly they are carried. Winds gusting to speeds more than 70 miles an hour. That not only snapped the trees and toppled over the power lines, but did cause that scene. Unfortunately, utility crews had to work on Christmas to restore power to folks in the dark. It was a rather cool morning for Southern California with temperatures in the 60s. Winds calmed down later in the morning, so that was some good news. But at least for a time, some scary scenes, and I'm sure for families who were stuck without power on Christmas, a tough morning. morning as well.
And people in Southern California, you see the palm trees blowing around, they were either woken up in the middle of the night because of the strong winds, or in the morning they looked outside and it was windy. Winds were gusting in some places as strong as 70 miles an hour, bringing down some trees and some power lines.
That's right. Jane Yamamoto from our sister station KNBC has the story.
Granada Hills residents cleaning up after a tree nearly 60 years old comes crashing down on Densmore Street. Residents say high winds are to blame.
About 55, maybe 60 miles an hour.
Richard Penn, his son's truck, buried beneath the tree that nearly hit his house. No one was injured, but the cleanup is expected to last for a couple of days.
The city says that because of the fact that, you know, the holidays, that they only have one guy working or thereabouts for about 38 different trees that are down throughout the city and the county.
He says no power lines were hit, unlike this spectacular scene caught on camera. A palm tree lit up like a match after an early morning windstorm blew through the intersection of Venice Boulevard and South Mansfield Avenue. Burning embers flew down the street, setting off a small fire. High winds left thousands of people in the dark from Westwood to downtown LA, where DWP crews spent Christmas working to restore power. South Orange County also had just over 5,000 SoCal Edison customers impacted for much of the afternoon. In West LA, another unusual sight on Olympic and Overland. Cement turned to glass after power lines hit the pavement.
Hashtag Christmas 2014, not so merry and bright.
And you're looking at Los Angeles right now. Temperature 45 degrees, sunshine, and those northeast winds still breezy, 5 to 15 miles per hour with gusts up to 20 miles per hour. So the story continues to be winds for parts of Southern California, where they will be dealing with some strong gusts at times, especially as you get outside of the Los Angeles area.
Nice right now.
Yeah. Looks very, very pretty.
And it's calm.
Yeah, LAX calm. Anaheim, 10 miles per hour. It's going to be other spots as we look through the rest of the day where we could see some stronger gusts working through. So we still have those wind alerts.
And that's all of these areas here in purple, up around Santa Barbara. You get in Ventura County, Los Angeles County, all the way down to San Diego, especially the mountains and the passes and the canyons. That's where we're going to have some of the strongest wind.
Exactly. Santa Ana, as we get into the morning hours, 35 to 40 mile per hour winds. Could see some stronger gusts. San Bernardino, 10 to 15 miles per hour winds. And even as we go into the afternoon, we'll keep the winds. They may relax a bit, but still at times breezy for places like San Bernardino.
Yeah, and then becoming light in Escondido and San Diego. Santa Ana, it's going to stay cool until we get to the afternoon. Then 60s. That's not bad for the day after Christmas.
But sunny. Looks good from the other side of the window, right?
It certainly does. Meanwhile, in the end, it was the Great Lakes and the western cities getting some snow on Christmas.
Everyone else lucky to dodge the rain. Up next, we'll show you where some of the heaviest snowfall and whether it's over or not.
Attention injured Stryker hip implant patients implanted since 2008. Stryker has just announced a $1.4 billion settlement for patients injured by its defective hip implants. If you've suffered any symptoms, had replacement surgery, or received a recall notice, you may be eligible for compensation, but you must act quickly. Wait too long and you could lose your right to compensation forever. Cases are settling now. There is no obligation and no fee unless we win. Call 1-888-958-0000 now for more information.
Hershey's Miniatures. Choosing is half the fun. Because there's a little something delicious for everyone. Hershey's Miniatures. Choose your own delicious.
Sir, we're going to need you on the runway.
TheraFlu starts to get to work in your body in just 5 minutes. TheraFlu breaks you free from your worst cold and flu symptoms. TheraFlu, serious power.
Grandpa Bodie, Grandma said you used to be out of control.
Really? I guess I did take some risks. I trained a little bit differently. I was a little too honest sometimes. The media is useless.
You were out of control.
But not always.
The
energy that makes our lives possible? Because we do. We're ExxonMobil, and powering the world responsibly is our job. Because boiling an egg isn't as simple as just boiling an egg. Life takes energy. Energy lives here.
We're back. Sunday, old habits die hard.
I thought Grandma said she don't want you licking any more rocks.
What happens on the mountain stays on the mountain.
And danger lurks.
Did you hear something?
On the Cardwell Club.
Looks like the Garcias got a new car.
What'd they get?
I don't know. But it's pretty nice. Maybe he got a raise.
Good for him.
Good for her.
The expectation-shattering Buick Enclave.
During the Buick Holiday event, make your best deal on an Enclave in stock the longest and get cash back for 20% of the MSRP. That's nearly $9,600 on this all-wheel drive 2015 Enclave. Hurry, this offer ends January 2nd.
Oh, cool. I can check my credit score on Credit Karma.
Checking your credit score is for chumps. I have great credit.
How do you know?
Duh.
You know those change, right?
Tattoos don't change.
Try Credit Karma. It's free and you can see what your score is right now. Aren't you a little bit curious?
I just got my free credit score.
Credit Karma. Really free credit scores. Really free.
I've got to update my ink.
And even pay the return postage. Try NoNo risk-free today.
The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Hey, how about a winter scene right here in California, Sierra Nevada mountains? A little bit of blue, making for a nice day to maybe go out and play. Some areas had 10 inches of snow, where they did get the snow.
That's nice for the sledders, the skiers, and everybody in between. They got some good speed there. Families were having fun in the Christmas snow. Lower areas saw between 3 and 5 inches of new powder.
Now let's take a look at St. Paul, one of the Twin Cities here, and we're looking at some low clouds off on the horizon, and it is cold enough for snow right at 32 degrees, and it's cold all the way up in the atmosphere as well.
Right, and we're going to see more snow from Winter Storm Eris in this area. Temperatures low 30s today. Low 20s by the weekend, up to 3 inches of snow expected through tomorrow.
So let's take a look right now at where that snow is coming down and where it will go next.
Yeah, 20 minutes past the hour, time for your winter weather update. And Eris really has been the big story as we've been watching this winter storm and still bringing snow to parts of Colorado. Those deeper blues that we're seeing off towards the south of 70 and right along 70 on the Colorado-Kansas border. That's where you're seeing some lower visibility, some really heavier bursts of snow.
And then north of Denver, I reported 6 inches in Boulder. And looking again here throughout parts of Kansas and in Nebraska, seeing some of that heavy snow. Scotts Bluff, almost 10 inches of snow, 9.9 inches as of 9 o'clock this morning. And we're still looking at some showers in Montana, also in Wyoming. So let's track this out, see where it's going next. So look at the time in the top right and the blues, the snow.
And as we go forward in time, Nebraska, northern Kansas, even northwestern Iowa, we'll see some of the heavier snow showers through the day today. Now, as we get into the overnight hours and into Saturday, it's the upper Midwest, Minnesota, Wisconsin, and the UP of Michigan.
And this is how much additional snowfall coming down in the mountains, higher elevations, 3 3 to 5 to even up to 8 inches of snow, but widespread 1 to 3 inches.
Absolutely. So through that upper Midwest quarter, could be a little slick for morning drive tomorrow if you're heading to some of those malls. Omaha, today rain and snow showers. Tonight, just snow. Tomorrow, cold. Highs only in the upper 20s.
And meanwhile, rising sea levels from melting glaciers is a threat to many of the world's coastal cities. Working in very dangerous conditions, one specific new tool is helping oceanographers get closer to these glaciers than ever before. Ana Reyes Rodriguez has the story.
A landscape in trouble. NOAA's 2014 Arctic report card found 40% of Greenland's ice sheet experienced melting this year. It's a critical and risky time to study these glaciers.
You can't take a small boat up to the front of it because big pieces of ice are constantly breaking off and falling down and coming down. It's a very, dangerous environment to work in.
Researchers need measurements from the base of the glaciers to better predict their recession and the impact to sea level rise. Engineers have developed this solution, the Jet Yak.
It's a kayak body with a gasoline engine on the back. So essentially it's a robot which is adapted out of a regular kayak.
The Jet Yak maneuvers like a remote-controlled car and is taking instruments closer than scientists have ever been before.
We were able to bump literally into the glacier, and so we're really making measurements within a few meters, and we haven't been able to do this ever before. We've been able to map what the submerged part of the glacier looks like, what shapes, what slopes, what holds exist.
This is what happy, contented oceanographers look like.
Models used by the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change say Greenland's melting ice could contribute nearly 9 inches to sea levels by 2100, which would threaten coastal cities like New York, Miami, and New Orleans. Data collected by the Jet Yak will help verify what's to come for our warming planet. Ana Reyes Rodriguez, The Weather Channel.
Also today, people honoring the victims of one of the worst natural disasters in modern history.
We're going to take an emotional look back at the devastating Indian Ocean tsunami. Also, a look at what's changed since the horrific disaster 10 years ago. That's coming up. But
next,
we've got your local on the 8s, right?
This program brought to you by the Alzheimer's Association. Know the 10 warning signs of Alzheimer's. Learn more at alz.org/10 signs.
Bill, have you seen my keys anywhere?
I'll help you look. Maybe you left them in the bathroom again.
Just the strangest thing.
The warning signs of Alzheimer's disease may be right in front of you.
It's all right, baby.
For help and information, call the Alzheimer's Association or visit alz.org/10 signs.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
What's that? Oh, wow. Hello, humans. Focus on me.
Focus on the guard. Don't tell anyone what you've seen in here.
Have you seen what's in there? They have
Intel. This is where it all changes.
Does your computer run slow?
Come on.
Or just freeze and crash?
No!
Does it take forever to start up?
Still waiting.
You need the amazing Wind Cleaner, the easiest way to get all that hidden junk off your computer. Simply plug in our unique USB, and with just one click, Wind Cleaner starts working automatically. It sorts through your hard drive, eliminating useless files and programs. Within minutes, that slow computer is running like new. Look, the competition is $50, and look at all those no's. Wind Cleaner is just $19.99, and look at all those yeses. Look, over time, everyone's computer's memory fills with junk, cookies, even viruses. But Win Cleaner instantly starts to clean and repair your PC with just one click, optimizing performance and protecting you from future problems. You get super fast startups, speedy downloads, blazing fast gaming, and a much quicker internet experience. It's got the editor's rating of 5 stars from CNET and rave reviews from PC Answers. So don't buy a new computer, don't pay expensive technicians, and don't buy downloads with hidden charges. Get your own Win Cleaner USB drive for just $19.99. But wait! Order in the next 5 minutes and you won't pay a penny for shipping. That's right, shipping is on us. It gets better. If you call right now, you can double your order. One for home and one for work. That's 2 Win Cleaner USB drives and free shipping. Join the millions of customers who have used the Win Cleaner on their PCs.
Call 1-800-259-0846 to get your Win Cleaner on this special TV offer. It's not sold in stores, so call now or go to wincleaner.com. So call 1-800-259-0846. That's 1-800-259-0846. Love your PC again with Win Cleaner. Call now.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds. Low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies. High 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Sunday night. Get down now! Prospectors, the $1 Million Mountain. Sundays at 9 on the Weather Channel.
When you think of a white Christmas, this is definitely what you think of. Big fat flakes, Santa in the background, the wreaths, the red bows. Let's look at Boulder yesterday.
That's nice looking snow for you. So still early on, not complete cover yet. And the stockings were hung in the tree out front.
With care.
With care. Nice looking scene here. Meanwhile, not too far away in Denver, more than 3 inches of snow yesterday and more snow on top of that. And
any little bit of snow helps on Christmas though, right? I think the rest of the country is saying, I would have really liked that.
Well, you have it in Denver, and we're still dealing with some of that snow right now.
Cool stuff. Well, thank you so much for staying with us for Weather Center Live. I'm Alex Wilson.
And I'm Chris Warren. We're looking at snow in a number of places, maybe not some of the places you would expect. And if you're not expecting the snow, it can be a bad deal here in St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Exactly. It was a tough night for drivers. They saw 0.8 inches of snow. That made the road slick. Also picked up just over a ½ inch of rain. So there were reports of car accidents due to the freezing drizzle and the snow. And you can see looking at that, just that little glaze. Yeah. See it kind of glistening from that street light? That's tough.
And then looking up at the street light, you see the snow coming down.
Absolutely. A little bit of everything for those drivers. Unfortunately, the folks that did have to be out in St. Paul, it was tough.
And we are looking at more snow right now in the Mile High. Let's take a look at that. We're seeing that snow come down. That's the blue. On this map, if you see blue, it's snow. And it's coming down right now around Denver and through the day. Eventually, we're going to see that wrap up. Still might see, a few snowflakes kind of coming down here and there, but really that's going to be about it. And then we're looking at stars, clear skies, and cold later on this evening. Once that sun goes down, it's going to be chilly. So more snow right now in parts of Kansas and in Nebraska, and that's where we're going to see several inches of snow when it's all said and done. Some areas already with more than half foot of snow on the ground in parts of Nebraska. Tonight, still looking at snow. And then through tomorrow, it's going to be Wisconsin into the upper peninsula of Michigan with the snow, but lower Michigan, rain. It's just too warm. It's December, it's cool, but it's too warm to see that snow. Here's a look at what you can expect as far as the snow goes when it's all said and done. 3 to 5 in a huge area, and some of the localized areas, especially in the mountains, could see up around 8 inches of snow. But as far as Denver goes, cold tonight. Alex, 7.
And you know that's nothing compared to the highs that they're going to see next week in Denver. You've got the snow now, temperature of 14 degrees, but boy, our temperature is going to be taking a tumble as we head into next week. High today near 22. Arctic air next week will give us single-digit highs, so similar to what you feel as far as the wind chill goes today. Arctic air returning not just to Denver, but to the rest of the plains, and we're going to show you just how large of an area that'll have to watch for really below average temperatures. Right now, 10 in Minot, 9 in Billings, 19 Rapid City, mid-20s for Fargo. That's going to feel good compared to what we've got headed our way next week. The cold air off to the north, minus 35 in Yellowknife, minus 38 in Fort Smith, minus 12 in Rabbit Kettle up in Canada. As we look towards next week, though, look, some of those purples, those pinkish shaded colors begin to spill into the northern tier of the U.S. So we will see highs 25 to 45 degrees below average through all of those areas that were shaded in the blue. Monday highs over 30 degrees below average in Denver, 30 degrees below average for Rapid City. On Tuesday, Minneapolis, a high of 10, 6 for Rapid City. Wednesday, your high of 19 in Minneapolis, 21 in Chicago. If the kids got new coats from Santa, they're going to get to work with those. Denver, average high 42, 32 the high on Sunday, 12 on Monday, 1 on Tuesday. Chris.
You gotta be ready for anything in Denver, don't you?
Absolutely.
You have the big fluctuations. Get ready for some more sunshine and wind in California. Some strong wind on the way again. Right now, though, not seeing much in the way of the trees moving around. The fountains there in the middle of that pond looking okay. There's a little bit of a ripple on the water. Otherwise, we're just going to be waiting for that wind to return, and especially in some of the mountainous areas, you're going to be dealing with that wind. Let's take a look at that wind forecast for you and show you how it's setting up in the areas that do need to be on alert today. Wind advisory, all the spots in purple. That does go along with some of the mountainous areas, but right now, the winds are calm in most areas. Santa Monica around 7 miles an hour, and generally an offshore wind, so you're getting the wind from the land to the ocean. That generally tends to bring you those clear skies as well. A little bit stronger winds around San Francisco and in Las Vegas. It's going to be cold if you plan to spend your New Year's in Las Vegas. It's going to be cold there. Also looking at that offshore wind coming into Southern California and through today, those passes in the canyons. This map does a great job of showing you where those mountains are. And those mountains, the wind kind of, getting around and through some of these passes or just up and over tends to funnel it and it increases the wind speed. That's when you can really see the winds get cranking there. And in the purple, that's some of the windiest spots right on through this morning and into the afternoon, Alex.
Chris, memorial services are underway in Asia this morning to mark the 10th anniversary of the deadly Indian Ocean tsunami. A massive 9.1 earthquake struck just off of western Indonesia, and that triggered the tsunami. It killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of people. NBC's Katie Tour went to hard-hit Banda Aceh to see what has changed a decade later.
It was December 2004, 10 years ago, when the world woke up to Mother Nature at her worst. A tsunami like no one had ever imagined that killed more than 230,000 and left entire cities flattened. But nothing compared to what we saw in Banda Aceh on Indonesia's northern tip.
It's said that over 1,000 bodies clogged the waters beneath this bridge, and they're still pulling bodies out today, 9 days later.
But 10 years later, on this very same bridge, it's almost unrecognizable here. Business as usual on the streets. The town is rebuilt. And the Acehnese say that, yes, they have recovered. After a decade, the scars are healing, the economy rebounding, and life is going on. Everything is now back in its place. Almost. Gunawan was fishing when the wave came in. On shore, he found his home and 26 members of his family, including his son, daughter, and wife, gone.
Your first love.
First love. Only love.
His oldest, Suchi, away in Bali, was the only one left.
The first thing that I said, or actually asked to him, was, "Where's my mother? Then where's my brother and sister?" And then he said, "Suchi, let it go."
Now it's in her 1-year-old son, Sean, that she sees the face of her lost brother.
Nomi here and Mumtaz here.
Then there's Asari. In the days after, he described how he ran with his 5-day-old daughter under his arm. Today, Nami, nicknamed for Tsunami, is 10. Across Aceh, the memory of that day is strong. But then again, so is its future. Katie Tur, NBC News, Banda Aceh, Indonesia.
10 years ago, hard to believe it's been that long, but then such great stories of rebuilding and healing.
Yeah, it really is sad. And looking back at the pictures and the images, it's just amazing how devastating that was.
Exactly. Well, it was a white Christmas for nearly half the states in the country, but snow fell in one spot this Christmas that you may not have known about. Plus, our Best of 2014 countdown is back.
Part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So obviously here at the College of Charleston, they're already having a good time.
That's hard to beat one there. We have some more memorable moments caught on camera while we were in the field. That's coming up next here on Weather Center Live.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Every truck can tow a boat. Every truck can climb a hill. Every truck can haul a trailer. But not everyone can say they're the fastest growing truck brand in America. Guts, glory, Ram.
At Planners, we know how to throw a remarkable holiday party. Just serve classy snacks and be a gracious host, no matter who shows up. Richard, didn't think you were going to make it.
Hey, sorry about last week. I don't know what got into me.
Yeah, well, forgive and forget. Kind of. I don't think so.
Did you guys see that? Do you like nuts?
If you're driving and you can't see clearly for 1 second at 60 miles per hour, you can't see clearly for 88 feet. And a lot can happen in 88 feet. That's why Bosch created the new Icon with ClearMax 365. It's a rubber technology for longer lasting performance, not found on any other wiper blade. Because like you, Bosch cares about what's ahead.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
Ho, ho, ho! Phil Swift here. This holiday season, give him Flex Seal. The easy way to coat, seal and stop leaks fast. Original Flex Seal, Flex Seal Bright, and Flex Seal Clear fill cracks and holes, stopping the toughest leaks while remaining completely flexible. Flex Seal can keep ice, snow, even freezing rain from destroying your home. Make crafts and ornaments. Keep water from leaking under the tree. Even protect vehicles from salty roads. Take care of everyone on your shopping list with the entire family of Flex Seal products. And check out Flex Shot, the easy way to caulk, bond, and seal virtually everything. This super thick formula bonds to any surface, dries to a tough, stretchy rubber, and instantly stops tough leaks. Perfect for caulking kitchens and baths. All Flex Seal products make great stocking stuffers. They're the perfect gift in a can. Flex Seal is the #1 way to coat, seal, and protect large areas. And Flex Shot's mildew-resistant formula caulks, bonds, and seals with pinpoint accuracy. Imagine all the things you can do with Flex Seal and Flex Shot. We're delivering a lot of Flex Seal this holiday, so we turned the boat into a flying sleigh. Give the gift everyone will love. Get your choice of Flex Seal or Flex Shot for just $19.99. But hold everything! To make this the best deal of the holiday season, we're going to double your order and send you 2 cans. That's twice the sealing power for just $19.99. Here's how to order.
To order Flex Seal and Flex Shot today, call 1-800-856-1706. That's 1-800-856-1706. Or go to getflexseal.com. Call or go online now. 1-800-856-1706.
Well, it has been quite a wild year of 2014, and we like to do these year-end wrap-up things.
And a lot of us were out in the weather. So right now, as part of that year-end wrap-up, meteorologist Dave Schwartz shows us the top 5 Weather Channel reporter moments.
No matter what the weather, our reporters have braved it all. So, we're counting down the top 5 live moments of the year. At number 5, Paul Goodlow was covering the November snowstorm in Buffalo when he came upon this.
We got a house fire here. We were down the street, maybe a quarter to a half mile by the Botanical Garden. We see black smoke. We come down the street and we see a 3-story house on fire.
That's the last thing you'd expect to see in the middle of all that snow. At number 4, Arthur, a Category 2 hurricane, made landfall July 4th, and its 100-mile-per-hour winds blasted Stephanie Abrams and Sam Champion with sand for hours.
The most interesting thing we're seeing right now is how this thing is still maintaining strength.
I'm going to do the ceremonial passing of the goggles to you, and I got to tell you,
very important.
Very important, and I will always pack them in my bag.
Number 3, back to Buffalo. Mike Bettis was also there during the November snowfall. At times, snow fell at 5 inches per hour, covering everything in minutes, including Mike.
We've estimated the visibility is roughly 200 yards or so. That means the snow is coming down like crazy right now.
Mike, every time we come out, are you going to be covered in more snow?
What's so funny? What's so funny?
Because your hat is completely white. Your eyebrows are completely white right now. We've just gotten started.
Mike and the crew seemed to stay covered in snow every time we saw them. Number 2. Mike Seidel was tracking a strong line of thunderstorms barreling through Arkansas, and when they got close, he hunkered down and waited. It was TV at its best.
Our winds are now gradually ramping up now. There we go, there we go. You can feel the chill in the air. Well, look out, there goes the cigarette and the trash can down the street. This wind now gusting upwards of 40 to 50 miles an hour. Look at this horizontal rain, leaves blowing everywhere. Woo!
It was an unforgettable moment. Number 1. Here's the incident that garnered national attention. Jim Cantore being ambushed live on the air during coverage of Winter Storm Leon.
Part of this storm yet. That is to come a little bit later on tonight. So obviously here at the College of Charleston, they're already having a good time.
He never even missed a beat. And that's our list of the top 5 most memorable live moments of 2014.
And that one moment with Mike Seidel, we wouldn't be able to see him if it wasn't for you.
I was holding the light. I was very helpful, and that little cigarette trash can that ended up getting blown up, all that blew back into my face and Trish, our producer. So we were soaked and covered in cigarette ash too. It was a really great shower when that shower came around.
Mike looks great.
Mike looked fantastic.
He did.
I held onto that light for all I could. And, you know, I'd love to follow up with the College of Charleston kid. Hopefully he's recovered. You know, I'm sure he
We're not worried
walked
about him.
funny for a few days.
I don't think Jim's worried about him either.
Well, no, I would just like to
see what the deal is.
Yeah, you got it. You got to know how he's doing, because he's probably like, ooh, I went after the wrong guy.
Right. We do have one more honorable mention. This involves a woman going into labor as Hurricane Arthur moves on shore.
Look at all this storm surge that is cutting off the bridge and cutting off access for a woman who's in labor in a car, and she needs to get to the other side desperately so she can have that baby. Let's talk to this officer up here. Hey.
Yeah.
Where is she?
Right back in that truck right there.
She's right back here? Hey, you guys. Is everything all right in there?
We're good.
Shh. Yeah, up front here. Just hang on with me here. Here. Whoop. Oh. Well, there she goes. This is
There she went, but they did follow up. Baby, mom, and dad all doing well.
And Dave Malkoff is also doing well.
He is. He's grown. He's this tall now, and you just wouldn't believe how well he's thriving.
A lot of people thriving in this snow on Christmas morning and again on this morning, but some areas you might not expect it.
Yes, yeah, exactly. We're going to tell you who saw some surprise snowfall after your local on the 8th. But we say good morning to Salt Lake City, one of those white Christmas winners.
New Move Free Ultra brings a revolution to joint health. It's the smallest joint health pill, now with a new triple action formula for joint, cartilage, and bone health. Move on to new Move Free Ultra.
Here's a question for you. When electricity is generated with natural gas instead of today's most used source, how much are CO2 emissions reduced? Up to 30%? 45%? 60%? The answer is up to 60% less. And that's a big reason why the U.S. is a world leader in reducing CO2 emissions. Take the energy quiz, round 2. Energy lives here.
This thing is getting bigger and bigger.
Mother Nature can absolutely change people.
I'm ready to get out of here and create a new track.
This is a tornado emergency.
It was hard to believe weather could do that.
Never seen anything like this in my life.
Currently in our area, 72 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Progresso. I can't believe I'm eating bacon-enriched creamy cheese before my sister's wedding.
Well, it's only 100 calories, so you'll be ready for that dress.
Uh-huh.
You don't love the dress?
I love my sister.
40 flavors, 100 calories or less.
Sweetie, I'd love a hazelnut.
Mom, Dad, Big Uncle Wayne.
Hot chocolate.
Green tea.
Decaf, cuz.
Wow.
I'm dying for an herbal tea.
The all-new Keurig 2.0.
Attention injured Stryker hip implant patients implanted since 2008. Stryker has just announced a $1.4 billion settlement for patients injured by its defective hip implants. If you've suffered any symptoms, had replacement surgery, or received a recall notice, you may be eligible for compensation, but you must act quickly. Wait too long and you could lose your right to compensation forever. Cases are settling now. There is no obligation and no fee unless we win. Call 1-888-958-0000 now for more information.
You gotta go to Burlington.
Get all this great stuff for not a ton of money.
A great buy just got better at Burlington with thousands of new markdowns.
Sweaters, hats, jeans,
boots. Now up to 70% off department store prices. Get in before it's gone.
Best prices, it's a no-brainer.
Let the Ancestry leaf guide you on a journey that crosses generations, all to tell the most amazing story, yours. Discover your story. Start searching for free now at Ancestry.com.
Wolves. Intense. Relentless. The tireless hunters of the wild. And the wild ancestors of your dog. Wolves and dogs share many traits, like a primitive desire for meat. So in the spirit of the wild comes Blue Wilderness, a meat-rich, grain-free food that's made with more of the chicken.
Approaching Medicare eligibility? Don't put off checking out your Medicare options until 65. Now is a good time to get the ball rolling. Medicare only covers about 80% of Part B medical costs. The rest is up to you. That's where AARP Medicare Supplement Insurance Plans, insured by United Healthcare Insurance Company, come in. Like all standardized Medicare Supplement Insurance Plans, they could help save you in out-of-pocket medical costs. Taking informed steps really makes a difference later. That's what it means to go long. Call now and request this free decision guide and explore the range of AARP Medicare Supplement plans. All plans like these let you choose any doctor or hospital that accepts Medicare patients. These are the only Medicare Supplement Insurance plans endorsed by AARP. Call now and request your free decision guide and start gathering the information you need to help you go long.
855-723-7900. That's 855-723-7900. The Weather Channel unearths the investigations, the mysteries.
Nobody was flying the plane.
Why planes crash. Mondays at 9, here on the Weather Channel.
Winter Storm Eris far from over on this Friday. We're looking here, Salt Lake City and Denver and St. Paul. A little bonus shot there for you.
I said, hey, wait, we want to get on this too.
We're here.
Hey, you know, Salt Lake City had the snow. Denver still seeing the snow. And St. Paul, one of the spots that will get in on some of that snow from Eris. As much as 8 inches, though, fell across parts of Colorado.
And oftentimes when you look at Denver and you see the visibility kind of looks fuzzy, yeah, it's likely snow coming down.
There is snow coming down there, parts of Kansas and up into Nebraska as well. So let's talk about where the snow fell, some of the big winners, and a lot of those were up into the higher elevation.
At elevation, as we say.
Definitely. George Creek Snowtell in Utah, over 19 inches, nearly 20, and the Green Mountain Snowtell in Nevada, 19 inches. Pocatello, Idaho, 13.9.
And this is what's helping to instigate things there. This is showing us the spin in the moisture in the mid-levels of the atmosphere, mid and upper levels of the atmosphere. So we still see that spin over Colorado, and we're still going to see some more snow.
Exactly. Some of the heaviest snow today, northern Kansas into central Nebraska. Now tonight, that dark blue from Nebraska all the way up to the UP of Michigan. Those are the best chance areas, and that does include Minneapolis and St. Paul. The
Upper Peninsula of Michigan getting in on the snow, and then you head south, even southern Wisconsin, it's going to be too warm. It's going to be rain. That's the green. And same story into Indiana, Illinois, and Ohio.
So through tomorrow afternoon, a lot of spots in that 1 to 3, 3 to 5 inch range, but still down into parts of southern Colorado, northern New Mexico, that purple area, we could see 5 to 8 inches.
And then look at the data on this. That is next week. And that purple is very, cold. It's either cold or very cold.
And we have a very cold end to 2014 headed our way. Over 30 degrees below average in Cheyenne and Denver to start the week, with single-digit highs for a lot of the Plain States. Denver, 1 degree on Tuesday.
One. We'll be tracking that here on the Weather Channel for the days to come to get you through the cold. But if you got through Christmas safely and with your sanity, we're going to talk about some spots that had some white.
Maybe you had a little extra eggnog to get you through it. But hey, the White Christmas tour, if you missed out, we're going to let you live vicariously from some spots that did. Here's Utah, where they have some stop-motion sledding and playgrounding. That slide a lot more fun when you end up in snow.
Yeah, isn't it?
Yeah.
It certainly is, and getting in like some tubs or something there. And then the snow.
Oh, this is sweet. This is Boulder. It's like a Christmas card. You've got Santa, you've got the wreaths and the red ribbons, and then the snowflakes falling.
And that snow, it piles up. And it's cool now with technology. It's a lot easier to watch the snow pile up in just a matter of seconds when it takes all day.
Yeah, you've got the grill, you've got the table, and all right, there goes the brick patio or the stone patio. Now watch this table. Keep a close eye on this. As the sun goes down, the snow goes up.
And a table, yeah, you can see it. Is that the noise it makes?
Yeah.
That's more of a whoosh, I think.
Yeah, all of those noises. If you go out and you listen really carefully.
So some of those areas you'd expect to see snow. You do expect to see it at high elevation, but did you know that this is Hawaii?
Yeah, and not only a white Christmas, but they had a blizzard warning. It was issued Christmas Eve for the Big Island, the volcano. Is it Mauna Kea?
Mauna Kea?
Mauna Kea. See, you're better than that.
Well, it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, that's true. But Mauna Kea, they had very, very strong winds and snow, and when you have those two, that gives you blizzard criteria.
It does. Real cool observation area up there. You can go look at the stars. It's absolutely amazing. Let's take a look, though, from space, from up by the stars, looking back down at the Earth. In fact, if we take a look, we can see right here, if you look closely, this is Hawaii, the Big Island. And as we zoom in, you can see a couple of white dots there. Most of the white on here, that's clouds. This, Mauna Kea, Mauna Loa. And at the peak, higher than 13,000 feet. So that's why you get snow at high elevation, but it's in the 60s.
Yeah, everybody else saying
overnight,
we had a nice tropical Christmas. Hey, well, that does it for Weather Center Live today.
Almost does it.
Almost, yeah. We've got one extra bonus minute.
Forecast for you coming up next.
Then a marathon of American Supernatural. Like.
Currently in our area, 73 degrees under cloudy skies. Today, cloudy, high 77. Winds northeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Tonight, some clouds, low 69. Winds east-northeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Saturday, partly cloudy skies, high 81. Winds east-southeast at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Here's our 7-day outlook.
Bonus minute time. We're going to walk you through the next few days. How about that?
Let's take a look at this. See what we have. This is tomorrow, Saturday. The green is the rain. The blue, that'll be the snow.
So we're quiet along the northeast, down into the southeast, but parts of the southeast, south central begin to get in on the rain and thunderstorms. Los Angeles 64, 56 for San Fran.
How about that 51 in New York City?
That's going to be pretty nice. Change is coming.
Yeah, don't get used to that 51.
Yeah, you're not going to have that as you're ringing in 2015. By Sunday, rain from the northeast all the way down towards the Gulf Coast.
And snow here in the west, the Cascades of Washington, Oregon, and then the Intermountain West of the Pacific Northwest into Montana, and then also working into parts of the plains. You're going to see some snow.
Hey, Denver, enjoy that 32 because as we head into next week, those temperatures drop like a rock. We're going to be dealing with single-digit highs, but changes ahead, but let's at least get you through your last weekend of 2014.
And make it a great one.
Over 300 years ago, In the midst of a deadly global freeze, the people of Leonardtown, Maryland were desperate for answers.
With every deep freeze, with every blizzard, people's lives were at stake.
Legend has it, a witch was to blame for the fatal cold, and the colonists were out for blood.
They were willing to do whatever it took to save their town, even if it meant murder.
Today, the ghost of Leonardtown's deadly past is said to terrorize the living.
All of a sudden, it was like, bam, lightning, thunder.
When temperatures strike their lowest lows, residents are reminded of the witch's frigid murder.
I can't get out!
The revenge is still there, and to this day, Moll Dyer is still angry.
An anger so fierce, it lived on in local legend, and a deadly curse that has continued to plague this small town for over 3 centuries. Leonardtown is a picturesque southern Maryland community with roots dating back hundreds of years. But underneath its quaint facade, some residents believe something dark lurks in the woods, the ghost of the witch Moll Dyer.
You feel it. You see it. You sense it. You just sort of know. Peanut even acts strange at times when you can't see anything out there, but there's something out there. Moll Dyer is definitely haunting the town, and she has an axe to grind.
Moll Dyer's vengeance is so terrifying, her legend is often mistaken as the inspiration for the Blair Witch Project. Regardless, locals are convinced that their witch in the woods is as scary as any Hollywood movie.
Yeah, I think the Blair Witch Project certainly made Moll Dyer kind of come to life a little bit in a way that people hadn't seen. Made it certainly more scarier to the people who had been telling the tale for a long time.
And Karen Stauffer, a lifelong Leonardtown resident, knows the fear behind the legend all too well.
Growing up, I've heard certain people talk about Moll Dyer. The legend of Moll Dyer is one of the most famous stories in town. She was a witch, and she lived back in the woods. I've heard them say the stream down there was haunted, that the whole woods was haunted. I'd always thought they were just folklore.
But 35 years ago, she learned differently when a bright, clear autumn day turned ugly and Karen came face to face with the legend of Moll Dyer.
It was just a regular, lazy autumn day. When I was 18 and driving around with 3 of my friends, just typical teens, you know, small town, not much to do. And I came up with the idea to go in the woods where Moll Dyer lived. They all looked at me and said, no, you don't want to go there. The place is haunted, it's cursed. But I said, come on.
What can it hurt?
As I started to walk in the woods, I had this feeling that it just wasn't an ordinary woods. I felt that there was a presence there.
Hey, maybe we should go back. Stop being a bunch of scaredy cats. Let's go.
My friends were adamant about leaving. They did not want to be there, but I really wanted to see something. Something was like drawing me there. As we were walking back through the woods, it just got real quiet. There was no birds singing, no crickets, nothing. Nothing was moving. I had this feeling that you get when you know something's about to happen. The wind just came up out of nowhere. And I mean, good 20-mile-an-hour wind. First thought that went through my mind was that was Maul Dyer. She wanted us out of there. She didn't want us on her property. And all of a sudden it was like, bam! Lightning, thunder, and next thing you know, I heard someone say, "Let's get out of here!" I felt that there was somebody behind me. I felt a presence. I didn't see anyone, but I had the overwhelming feeling something was there. Once we got to the road again, there was no more wind, there was no more lightning, and there was no more thunder. Everything was normal.
Come on, guys, let's go.
At that point, I just knew all the stories were true, and I have not stepped foot back in those woods since. Nowhere near it.
Ghost stories are nothing new in Leonardtown, Maryland. Over 3 centuries old, the area is bound to have a few skeletons in the closet. And local historian Susan Erickson has studied them all.
Leonardtown has been around for centuries. In 1634, when the colonists came, very quickly they moved up into Leonardtown, and that was because the land itself was very fertile. During colonial times, tobacco was a cash crop, and so many immigrants came to start a plantation and make their way in the world.
If there is one thing colonists of the New World want, it is success, and Leonardtown delivers.
They were right on Breton Bay, so they could take their tobacco and put it right on ships and send it to England. People called Leonardtown a most convenient place.
Washington Post meteorologist Camden Walker can attest. It is a comfortable place as well.
There's a good amount of water surrounding Leonardtown, and the water helps keep it a little cooler on the hottest of summer days and warmer in the winter.
In Leonardtown, the weather is typically very beautiful and mild. We get snow maybe once or twice in a winter, but it's a beautiful place to live.
But over 300 years ago, conditions were very different. In the year 1697, the colonists were facing a winter so brutal, it seemed to